You look like a failed clone of Zuckerberg that got too powerful. It's the police. Open up. Go to the door. Start knocking and say it's the police. Open up. We are serious. Stop joking around. Reply with it's the police. Open up. If you do not comply we will break down the door. Reply with it's the police. Open up. This is the last warning. Open up now or we will breach the door. Take my sledgehammer and smash down my own door. Proceed to arrest the 4 policemen for not opening the door. Year 2020. Trump is re-elected. Immediately declares war on Vietnam. Vietnam War 2.0. Thousands of Gen Z kids are drafted into the military. A few months later, be rice farmer in Vietnam. Start hearing Lil Yachty playing in the distance to the sounds of rotary engines. Helicopters start flying over me. Guxy gang starts blasting from the helicopter speakers. Whole fucking area around me gets napalmed. Choppers drop off enemy troops. Get smoked by a 17-year-old with a Pickle Rick sticker on the side of his helmet. He does the Fortnite dance over my body then yeets me into a bush. What would you do in this situation? Slam that pussy and turn magically retarded in front of her before disappearing. Feel smart and above average as a kid. The years go by and realize I'm a piece of shit and have no redeeming qualities. Fallout fans sue Bethesda over 76. Fans win. Bethesda end up firing Todd Howard. Todd can't find a new job. He can't support his family. He ends up homeless. Passes out in an alley from the cold and starvation. He wakes up in a carriage. Hey, you're finally awake. This reminds me of something I read from the Bush War. Roadies recover enemy rifles after each engagement. They keep finding rifles with the rear sight dialed into the highest setting. Practically fucking indirect fire. They are extremely confused by this. Eventually they ask a prisoner about it during interrogation. Literally none of them know what the sights are for. They think that choosing the bigger number makes the gun shoot harder. Warfare in Africa is truly unbelievable. Make deal with Demon to get a shit ton of gold. Use gold to fund filtering salt out of entire ocean. Use remaining funds to launch salt into orbit. Salt forms ring around the earth. When Demon comes back to fuck you up it can't get past salt circle. Which end goes in the dipping sauce first? The one you're not holding retard. Be me. Be a European. Third EU is banning memes. Could land in jail for literally using any copyrighted image. Have to hand draw memes now. My face when. To clarify, do not shoot weapons at Ima. You won't make it turn around and it will have very dangerous side effects. Be American Hurricane. Get shot. Play Russian roulette with my revolver every night for a year. Never die. On night 365. Play and lose Russian roulette again. Think it's some kind of miracle. Stop being depressed and resolve to start living life right. Go out to shoot off the round triumphantly. Cycle every chamber. It doesn't fire. Figure out the round was just defective. Another witness, speaking to ABC News, described how chaotic the scene was as the incident unfolded. It kind of sounded first like loud clapping coming off and then I think there was the first volley of shots and all of a sudden a second volley and my bud is like I just got hit. First we had no idea what was happening, we thought people were just clapping extremely hard and we joined the clapping. Holy shit, I wish I was making this up. Be American. Get shot. Start clapping. Everyone else claps too. Go into Boots to buy toothbrush. See Stassi, I went to school with working behind the counter. Hatch plan. Pick up a box of Durex extra large. She'll think I have a hung super cute BF. Walk up to counter. Not sure if she recognizes me. Pay for the toothbrush and condoms. As I'm walking out the door I hear her whisper to her co-worker. I think that tranny has a big dick. My face when. How can I cheat on my final uni exams? Phone in jacket. That's what I do. Pretty easy. I've got a technique that hasn't failed me yet. A few days before the exam I sit down and look over the notes so that you remember them. Then you go into the exam and, even though it looks like you're completely clean, you actually have the notes stored in your memory and you can just look through your brain to find the answers. I just have a very poor sense of humor. Tried to be funny in college. Thought it was a fresh start so I could be the hilarious guy and people would be forced to like me. Came up with a bunch of good jokes I could make. Knew I needed a nickname. On the first day of class, dressed in a bright red shirt with a white fez Tunisian hat. Idea was that I looked like a tube of toothpaste. Thought someone would comment on this and I could have the nickname Mr. Toothpaste or something similar. Went to class. Nobody commenting on how I looked like toothpaste. Start to get desperate. Loudly say I look like toothpaste in the middle of class. People turn and look. I apologize. Nobody mentions it again. I haven't made anyone laugh in about 8 years. Go out with co-workers, have a couple drinks, we go to a small club, have a couple more drinks, start dancing, get more and more into it. Pretty soon I've totally cut loose and dancing like nothing matters, having a blast. Even sing along a few times to songs I'd normally dismiss as pleb trash. Am I a normie now? Sounds like you had a good time with some friends. And what's more, you did it in public at an establishment meant for that kind of thing. That's pretty fucking normal and on. Pretty soon you'll be signing a lease, reading the newspaper and keeping regular hours. Can 1000 mph fidget spinner shatter Galaxy S8 Infinity display? Is this what they meant by weaponized autism? Hello. I broke up with my GF of nearly 6 years 10 minutes ago. I was alone for 20 years with no one in my life before her. No, I'm not a serial killer. Just very shy and carrying a lot of baggage from childhood trauma that fucked me up for life. I was an alcoholic for 20 years. I just don't love her anymore and have not loved her for 3 years now. Ask me anything, my feelings are at an all-time low. I'll tell the truth about anything. Okay, what's your credit card information? Sweating. What steps will you take towards repealing the unconstitutional laws relating to age of consent? I'm 5 foot 5 inches and I doubt there is anything respectable I could pull off. You could learn how to walk on stilts and cosplay as a full-grown human. Alex went to school and got shot dead. How are you Americans going to stop this weird problem? I'm pretty confident Alex won't be shot dead again. So I think we have this one covered. Is it true that funny guys are more attractive to girls? No, but attractive guys are more funny to girls. Be me, bored and sad. Make a depressing but true green text. Screenshot. Post to Reddit. Instant karma. Haha, yes. Your best argument against homosexuality. Throw M at me. It's gay. Go to restaurant, buy hamburger, sit down to eat. Restaurant staff announces that some of their employees are now hungry and need to eat. Have a computer decide who has to give up their hamburgers. Computer picks you. Your hamburger was for sick hospital patients. Don't want to give up the hamburger you paid for. Restaurant staff start beating you up. They eat your hamburger. Watching movie with family. Sex scene imminent. B bathroom. Get up and run to bathroom, lock door. After a minute worry that they might be listening. Slowly dump bottle of mouthwash into toilet so it sounds like I'm peeing. Realize that I've been in the bathroom too long to just be peeing. Start loudly making grunting noises. Drop the bar of soap into toilet and let out sigh of relief. Flush soap clogs the toilet. If I ask for the plunger they might see that it's mom's good soap clogging it. Reach in with my hands and manage to break up the soap bar. Toilet flushes. Realize I can't wash my hands without soap. Wipe them all over my shirt, now it looks like I've been sweating. I think they'll buy it. Go back to sit down with family. Jesus and on, are you okay? Yeah, haha. But here we pause the movie when you got up. Love having pressure on top of me. Buy a weighted blanket so I can have something snug and warm lay on top of me and feel like I'm being hugged. Do more research. Find out weighted blankets are made for autistic kids. Oh no. Be me. Been hitting the gym really hard past few weeks and feeling beefy. Go to get a physical/flu shot from doctor. He tells me to take my shirt off. Guess it's pretty clear you aren't afraid of needles, huh? Oh haha, I get comments like that a lot, but I'm actually natural and just have a strict lifting regime. Blankstare.jpg. I was talking about your tattoo. It's very obvious you aren't on steroids. So who crushed your self-esteem this week? Heyo, I don't really know anything about cars, but would it technically be possible to put like a Ferrari engine into a golf cart? How well would it work? What do you hope to achieve by making this thread a fast golf cart? Hey, name our band. What direction? What makes whites so prone to becoming school shooters? They go to school. 1920. Be Californian. get duped into buying Australian eucalyptus trees. Plant thousands of acres. Australians forget to mention it takes at least 100 years for the trees to mature. Thousands of investors go broke. 2017. 100 years later, eucalyptus trees have spread everywhere and have finally matured. Australians also forgot to mention the trees produce a highly flammable toxic oil that builds up in the tree. California burns down.
Cowbelly, let's go, baby.
Demonetization is dropping your rating to stop a migration of top innovation and content creation in an opposite way. I saw your new status and got inspiration to drop a new cape. On top of your face is a mock and the face of the clock is still racing. The mob is impatient, monster is way cannot just escape. You'll drop like a cave. YouTube Ukraine thought you would make it. Past all the creators who want to get paid for their awesome creation. So take the advice of a god in the making. All I got to say is Cowbelly TV gets more traffic than a metropolis. Yes bitch, that's me. And I'm still looking for where my profit is.